27 ya kijani.
Tarehe 27 Januari 2023 katika kuadhimisha siku ya kuzaliwa kwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, TBC ilianza kampeni ya kupanda miti inayojulikana kama Mti wa Mama. Kampeni hii ambayo kauli mbiu yake ni 27 ya kijani iliendelezwa na TBC ikishirikiana na Wakala wa Misitu Tanzania na mamlaka za wilaya na mikoa, na hadi sasa TBC imekwisha panda miti 9,240. Na kampeni hii imekuwa endelevu na ni kampeni ambayo inahamasisha Watanzania wengine waendelee kupanda miti ili kuhakikisha kwamba tunachukua hatua za kuondoa athari za mabadiliko ya tabia nchi. Tarehe 27 mwezi huu mwaka 2024 TBC itakuwa tena na zoezi kama hilo, na mara hii tutakuwa naye mwenye kampeni yake Rais wetu Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan kule Unguja Kaskazini, mkoa wa Unguja Kaskazini. Jiunge nasi katika kampeni hiyo, na naamini Watanzania wengine pia wataungana nasi katika kuhakikisha kwamba tunapanda miti ili tushughulike na changamoto za tabia nchi.
Mama katuita.
Unaangalia TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.
We apologize for the technical difficulties that we just experienced, but we're back to normal now. Hello and everyone, welcome to TBC News. Our top stories. Indonesia and Tanzania vow to deepen multi-sectoral cooperation.
And our emphasis was to ensure effective implementation.
SADC mission in DRC entrusted arduous task. Good evening, I am Faitha Ngaga. You can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TBC Online. Also, get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. Tanzania and Indonesia have agreed to deepen cooperation in the diplomatic, blue economy, minerals, and agriculture areas. The agreement has been reached between the President of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, and the President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, after holding talks at the State House in Indonesia.
We took stock of the implementation status of agreements reached during President Widodo's visit to Tanzania in August 2023, and our emphasis was to ensure effective implementation. We expressed our satisfaction on our bilateral ties and agreed to advance and consolidate the excellent relations that so happily exist between our two countries.
Terkait investasi.
1. Memorandum of Understanding on Diplomatic Capacity Building Cooperation. 2. Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation in the Field of Agriculture. 3. Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation in the Mineral Sector. And 4, Memorandum of Understanding on Development of Blue Economy through Marine Affairs and Fisheries Cooperation.
President Samia insists that the agreement will strengthen 60 years of diplomatic and economic cooperation between the two states. Among the agendas discussed by the leaders include how to strengthen trade and investment ties, whereby Tanzania has expressed readiness to host the first Cooperation Agreement Commission meeting. In other news, the Special Peacekeeping Force, which is under the Southern African Development Community Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo, SAMI DRC, has been instructed to ensure that normality returns to Eastern DRC and the local residents resume to their daily economic activities without fear of another fight outbreak. Here are more details.
The military force that make up Southern African Development Community Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo are here to receive the Executive Secretary of the Southern African Development Community, SADC.
So your mission is really an important mission, not only to secure, but to also make sure that DRC continues in her economic development. As I said, the three countries, they took the trouble not only to provide financial resources, but to place ourselves, the troops, into this country. Trust. And I trust standing here that we've got men and women who are capable of executing this mandate. From the Secretariat point of view, we'll do all that is necessary, together with the other member states, to make your mission successful.
On the 3rd of January, the 1st Tanzania Military Special Force left the country and arrived in Goma, DRC, to join other forces from South Africa and Malawi for the mission to face the M23 rebels in the east of the DRC.
Of a very big force. We have troops from the Republic of Malawi. We have troops from the Republic of South Africa and yourselves. I believe that you will receive intelligence brief where you will be told what is happening around us here. You will be meeting our staffs who are going to induct you in an intensive program to make sure that you understand why you are here and what you must do and what you must not do. A very interesting enemy being the M23. Fortunately, these three countries, you must know that you are a threat to M23. Therefore, they can do anything at any stage. Our mission is very clear. It's the same as the one of the FIB. Our job is to neutralize the enemy. In this case, it is M23. After that, we'll be given another enemy. You will hear that in the briefings. So you must know we are not here to patrol the streets and waste time of the Congolese.
SAMI DRC-1 kilichopo hapa.
The squad of DRC-1 that are in northern Kiev is ready to implement the duties that will be instructed from the headquarters.
Instability in the eastern DRC is said to be caused by the presence of rebel groups, especially M23, who are said to deteriorate economic activities in those areas known for the presence of large deposits of minerals.
Tanzania and Ghana business communities have been urged to make good use of the opportunities of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, by producing competitive products, which in turn will create jobs for Africans and improve the lives of Africans and their economies. The call has been made by the Ghanaian project administrator in Dar es Salaam during the opening of the Ghana Trade Expedition to Tanzania under the AFCFTA under the theme Boosting Ghana's Trade with Tanzania. Rehema Swebili has more.
About 70 businessmen and women from Ghana are in the country to showcase their business products and explore areas of cooperation with the local business community under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Representative of the Ministry of Finance of Ghana, Franklin Ashedi, says the Africa Continental Free Trade Area has provided a platform to remove trade barriers among African countries.
This expo will serve as a stepping stone towards a prosperous future for both Ghana and Tanzania. By harnessing the power of trade and investment, we are driving economic transformation, creating jobs, and improving the livelihoods of our people.
The Ghana Expo 2024 Tanzania serves as a testament to the enduring spirit of collaboration, where ideas, innovations, and opportunities can transcend borders and create a foundation for mutual growth.
The AFCTA, while we're using the operational tools, the conclusion of the negotiation for Category B and C, and the establishment of AFCFTA trading companies, this will serve as intermediaries and trade aggregators for the SMEs with a view to stimulate and facilitate intra-Africa trade.
Not just bringing Ghanaian products to Tanzania, we are also exploring to see the Tanzanian products that we can take to Ghana. One of them that I've seen right now is the leather products. In Ghana, we also have a vibrant shoe factories. So we are looking for the leather factory to go into our shoe manufacturing.
On his part, business promotion manager from the Tanzania Business Development Authority, Mohamed Tajir, called on both the Tanzania and Ghana business community to ensure that they also use the exhibition to strengthen business ties by encouraging partnerships and strengthen marketing networks.
The government of Tanzania is committed into making sure that all important infrastructures that facilitate trade between Tanzania and other countries are well developed and maintain sweet trade condition. This includes railways, roads, air transport, and reliable electricity.
We are happy that this expo is taking place here in Tanzania, and our members who are women, as I've already mentioned, and youth, are able to participate and explore business collaborative opportunities with Ghanaian companies.
Africa Continental Free Trade Area aims to enable the free flow of goods and services across the continent and boost Africa's trading position in the global market. If fully implemented, it could raise income by 9% by 2035 and lift 50 million people out of the extreme poverty. Reporting from Dar es Salaam, Rehema Sababili, TBC News.
Tanzania, in collaboration with her global maritime community partners, have succeeded to reduce piracy by 92% following effective collaborations and technological advancements employed in the maritime safety and security sector. Speaking to journalists in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, the director of the Maritime Partnership Program, Admiral Colvin Foster, says various collective efforts have had a notable impact not only to the fishing sector in the country, but also to the wider economy as a whole.
At one point, we had reduced, and when I say we, it's Tanzania, it's Mozambique, it's Djibouti, it's all of the partners that we have out here in Africa. We worked collectively to reduce piracy about 92%. So there was a time where ships would not come through this region. There was a time when fishing activity was very illegal, violating the sovereignty of many nations, including Tanzania. And then I think because of the Djibouti Code of Conduct and other activities, Cutlass Express exercises, increased capability development with radars and systems, maritime operations centers in the future, and Sea Vision, we've increased the ability for both Tanzania and all countries.
Furthermore, Deputy to the Commander for Civil and Military Engagement, United States Africa Command, Ambassador Robert Scott, says there has been an increased pace of engagement of the U.S. government in Africa, evidenced by high-level visits such as the Vice President of USA, Kamala Harris, which all aim at further solving common specific challenges, including the challenges in the maritime sector.
An increased pace of engagement for the U.S. government in Africa. We've had a lot of high-level visits coming through, a lot of focus on our engagement. You had the Vice President of the United States come. We have other high-level visits coming. But what that shows is that we want to understand what are the common challenges that we all have, right? So it's good to meet, but it's good to have specific things to work on together, because you don't want to just meet to talk, you want to meet to identify things that you can work on.
Minister for Minerals Anthony Mavunde says the government is committed to resolve disputes between small and large-scale miners, as well as focusing on extensive research to confirm new mining areas that will stimulate more investment in this sector. Here are more details.
Mavunde made the remarks during a meeting that brings together the Ministry of Minerals, the Tanzania Chamber of Mines and other stakeholders of the mining sector who are expected to participate in the Mining Indaba Professional Conference 2024 to be held earlier in February in South Africa.
Tunataka tuondoe Watanzania wengi kwenye uchimbaji wa madini wa kubahatisha.
We want to get rid of most miners from random mining, and we will succeed if we do it through research. Research will help us to have statistics so that we can win investors' confidence. Today, we have very big conflicts between small miners and big miners because the small miners believe that mining sites belong to them, whereas the big miners also believe that those mining sites are their property.
On the other hand, the chairman of the Tanzania Chamber of Mines, TCM, and the chairman of the organizing committee of the meeting, Engineer Febe Rehemamu, reassures the country's commitment to attract more local investment.
Running big mines needs a lot of money. Thus, we have to look for foreign investors. We have the responsibility to advertise the opportunity available in the country, including mineral wealth, politics, legal framework, and alike.
Some of the stakeholders express their optimism on this year's meeting compared to previous years.
We are counting on great results as we are going to work together with the ministry, as we are going to support the effort of President Samia by opening up investments.
We have the opportunity to go to showcase for our work, to look at the market, at the value addition in aligning with having industries in the country.
The Ministry of Minerals, for the first time, will participate in the African Mining Investment Conference from February the 3rd to the 5th this year in South Africa, where a total of 50 Tanzanians, including stakeholders from the mining sector, will participate.
Environmental experts from the sub-Saharan African countries call on the leaders of environmental institutions to set up strategies that will make their countries shun away from environmental challenges emanating from environmental pollution. The experts have made the call in Dar es Salaam during a workshop to discuss how environmental pollution has affected the sub-Saharan African countries, commending Tanzania for continued effort to control environmental pollution in various areas.
The first thing which I want to say is they have to strengthen their legislation. There are many still, I will not say legislation are weak, but still they have to make sure legislation guides auditor to come out with a specific example. Legislation should not give vague guideline to the consultant. The moment you give vague guideline, you get vague reports.
An important event because as you know, environmental impact assessment is available in all our countries.
On the other hand, the host of the meeting, who is also the senior environmental officer from the National Environment Management Council, Novatus Mushi, says through the resolutions that will be reached after the meeting, Tanzania will be able to strengthen environmental protection processes in various parts of the country.
This is one of the products that we were expecting through these mutual collaborations. We have learned a lot regarding the environmental audit practice, and for us, we have been able to absorb the issues that we think we can use it and improve the practice of environmental audit in Tanzania.
Now let's have a look at other stories. The NMB Foundation and the Benjamin William Mkapa Foundation have signed a 3-year memorandum of understanding which will focus on the community transformation in the areas of finance and health. The executive director of the NMB Foundation, Nelson Karumuna, says the partnership is going to boost productivity to the agricultural sector by making it easier for the business community and farmers to access financial education and loans, especially to the commercial farmers, while the director of the Mkapa Foundation adds that the partnership will also support university graduates in the agricultural and health sector to face the labor market.
One of our priorities is economy empowerment, of which NMB Foundation believes that it is a way of building a well-built community. Therefore, training on entrepreneurship, business education, mentorship and coaching are given to help the small entrepreneurs to promote their businesses.
The partnerships that we will have with NMB will help to boost confidence to health professionals and provide job opportunities throughout the 3 years of partnership.
The NMB Foundation has also signed a memorandum of understanding with the Legal Services Facility, LSF, to support economic empowerment for girls and women in the community. The executive director of LSF, Lulu Ngonakilala, vows to cooperate with the NMB Foundation to ensure that they design joint and productive projects aimed at solving challenges faced by girls and women in order to help women and girls economically.
Mashirikiano haya tunayoingia na NMB Foundation, the partnership that we'll have with NMB Foundation will result into poverty eradication, gender imbalance, promote economic growth, especially to women and girls that have been left behind.
45 Tanzanian doctors will attend a 2-day seminar on heart and female reproductive system diseases to be conducted by Indian doctors, which aims at building local doctors' capacity on treating the diseases and achieving better health services in the country. It's a story prepared by Malio Cheto, read to you by Kanki Mwagumole.
Dr. Ashish Sare, a pediatric cardiologist from Medcover Women and Children Hospital in India, conducting cardiovascular examination on a Tanzanian boy checking on his heart condition. Dr. Sapre says they have set up a medical camp for 2 days to examine children and women with heart and reproductive system problems so that they receive the right treatment, as well as strengthen the bilateral ties between India and Tanzania.
I've already seen 6 patients with different heart problems. Now, if any parent listening this and they are aware that their child has got some hole in the heart or is a blue color, his lips or skin is blue color, or some other doctor have told them that there is a suspicion of some heart problem in this child, they can come and visit us and they can take advantage of this facility what we are giving them right now.
Today with the specialists with the specialized facilities, and we expect the Tanzania citizens to get the good service with these doctors.
Dr. Varalakshmi, who is a specialist on reproductive system, says they will conduct a seminar to 45 Tanzanian doctors to build their capacity on heart and reproductive system diseases so as to reduce the existing problems in the country. And his remarks are supported by the Managing Director of Tiba Healthcare Limited, Lalita Chauhan.
I am conducting camp today and tomorrow. I have a good response. I have seen a good response here with the local people, and also conducting a seminar today evening, and I hope many doctors would be attending and making use of this opportunity. I would like to thank the Tanzanian people here.
It's a capacity building, you know. It's exchange of knowledge between 2 specialists. The doctor of Tanzania, they can interact with the doctors of India, they can learn, because medical thing is all about learning. Yeah, you know, you have to learn all the time. So they can exchange their knowledge and learn from each other.
Two doctors from Medcover Women and Children Hospital from India are visiting Tanzania for a 2-day medical camp in collaboration with Tiba Healthcare to address heart and human reproductive system diseases, as well as building capacity to Tanzanian doctors on the same issues for health development between Tanzania and India.
Now, before we wind up local news, let's take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Do not miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Now, stay tuned for all the latest in international news.
Gunmen have attacked several villages in central Nigeria, killing at least 30 people. That violence spread on Wednesday despite a curfew being imposed the day before. The latest bloodshed follows an attack that killed at least 140 people on Christmas Day. Community leaders were accusing the Nigerian military of helping attackers. It has been repeating violence between farmers and herds in the area. To Mali, an investigation is underway in Mali into the death of dozens of gold miners. The tunnel collapsed with 200 of them were working. Survivors include children who are mostly migrants from Senegal and Burkina Faso to America. A breakthrough in gene therapy treatment has allowed an 11-year boy to hear for the first time. Hassan Dem underwent the experimental surgery at the Children's Hospital at Philadelphia in the United States. His surgeons say the treatment could have profound impact for future treatments. To Asia, Thailand's political leader Peter Lijamrotant has returned to parliament after a Supreme Court acquitted him of violating the election law. The 43-year-old opposition politician on the verge of becoming prime minister after his party won an election last year. He was then accused of illegally holding shares in media's company. His Reform New Move Forward party says the case was politically motivated.
That was international news. Now let's take a look at sports news, whereby we are told Lugalo Golf Club manager Colonel David Mzirai urges local and international golfers who will participate in Chairman Trophy competition this season to prepare well so as to showcase competitive performance during the game scheduled to take place over the weekend. Manager Colonel Mzirai insisted that in order to honor the founder of the club, retired Chief Defense Force General George Waitara, golfers should demonstrate higher level of performance during their match for the betterment of golf in the country.
Competition is prepared to honor the golf club founder, retired General Waitara. Local and international participants are welcome to participate in competition. We hope that the game will be tough and entertaining to everyone.
In other sports news, Tanzanian international boxer Hassan Mwakinyo says he is well prepared to take on his opponent Mbia Kanku from Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, in WBO title fight, which will take place at Amani Indoor Stadium on January 27th.
My preparations show capabilities and my readiness to showcase Zanzibar and Tanzania and what I have prepared for them for quite a long time. So I am ready for the fight.
Before the main card fight between Hassan Mwakinyo and Mbia Kanku, there will be other fights whereby Hussein Itaba will take on Juma Misumari from Morogoro. Furthermore, Bakari Hussein will fight Selemani Hamad. Masoud Hatibu will take on Yahaya Hamis, and all the while Zulfa Idi will fight Deborah Mwenda. And that marks the end of our news bulletin for tonight. I am Faida Ngaga. Good night.
TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.